welcome to my channel, Books and Beads. We're talking about books, we're talking about beads because I love to read and I love to do all things crafty. Today I am going to take part in the April Showers book tag. I've seen this going around booktube and I thought it was so cute. I love all the tags that are available to use on here. I think it's so helpful for inspiring creativity, for getting the conversation started about these different books. So thank you to all who share them and participate in them. It's inspired me. If you know of more, let me know because I absolutely love them. So we're going to be going through some books that pertain to the tag and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you'll join me in this April month, especially in the Pacific Northwest. April brings a lot of rain, a lot of cloudy skies. So it's the perfect time to do this tag. So let's get started and jump in those puddles. The first prompt is share a book with water on the cover. I've definitely got to go with The Swindler and the Swan by J.A. Good. I recently finished this one last month in March. I love a good Swan Princess, Swan Lake retelling. This one was really fun. It's Swan Princess mixed with the Hades and Persephone legend. And I thought the cover was just beautiful. So of course you've got to get the Swan Lake in there. So really enjoyed this one. It's perfect little watery cover too. Oh, and look at the back as well. It has like leaves with dewdrops on it. How perfect for April is that? What's a classic novel you would like to curl up with on the couch? For me, it's gotta be Emma by Jane Austen. This is one of my favorite books and I recently picked up this beautiful edition. I've been looking for this one. It's just so pretty. Like, look at that. The spine is beautiful. The inside, doesn't that just look like spring? It just screams spring. So this is a good classic to curl up with on the couch. And this one is so pretty that you just can't help but gravitate towards it on the shelf. But it's a good one. It's relatively low stakes. It's a nice Regency era read. Emma's a really fun character. I just love this one. So I'm curling up with this pretty one. Share a scary book you would read during a rainstorm. I think I would pick House of Leaves. This is a really unique book and it's rather unsettling. So basically a family buys a house and one of the rooms in the house never ends. It's endless and dark like a cavern. So they end up excavating it. And that experience alone is so scary and unsettling. And the way the book is written is really unique too. It's written like it was kind of documented in real life. It's written almost like a textbook where it has footnotes and the footnotes get increasingly unhinged as you go. Like at points you're like turning the book sideways to read the footnotes. It's a wild ride. I think it's perfect for getting under the covers, turning on your flashlight, listening to the rainstorm. There'll probably be thunder, so that adds to the spookiness. It's a really good one because it's not too crazy, but it's just unsettling enough to get you spooked. So definitely recommend that one. What two characters would you like to spend a rainy day with? I recently fell in love with the characters in The Absinthe Underground by Jamie Pacton. So the two main characters in this one are Sybil and Esme, and I think they'd be perfect to spend a rainy day with. One, they live in a clock tower in a Parisian Art Nouveau city. I just want to be stuck in their house during a rainy day. That sounds lovely. Two, Esme has a lot of cats, so you could just snuggle up with the cats in the clock tower while it's raining. It would be such a cozy time. Three, they always have like tea and baked goods on hand. So in this book, they're sipping tea constantly. They're eating croissants and pastries. That just sounds so wonderful to me. Perfect for a rainy day. And next, they're just cool characters. They're fun, they're witty, they're kind. Perfect people to be stuck in a house, a clock tower house no less, on a rainy day. I think it'd be a great time. So this is a great read. I highly recommend you check it out. These two friends, maybe they're more than friends, end up on a heist for a magical fae. They end up in the fae realm. So this is a really wonderful, enchanting, cozy time. Also, look at that cover. I love it so much. The next prompt is share a book that has blue on the cover, and I immediately was drawn towards A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle Jensen. I love this like ice cool blue, but not only does it have blue on the cover, it also has these beautiful sprayed metallic blue edges. So this book is blue and beautiful throughout. I had to go with this one, and it's a fun time. It's a Viking romantasy. I absolutely enjoyed this one to the fullest. The end papers too are a pretty blue, so blue, 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 we love it. And look, I even used little blue otter, I don't know if they'll focus, but little blue otter tabs to mark some quotes that I liked. What book has a rainy setting at some point? So this book has a rainy setting, and I think it adds to the atmosphere of the book Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. This book actually hits a lot of different prompts in this tag. It's blue on the cover, it has water, I think there's a reflection pond happening here. So really good one. This would be a good one to read during a rainstorm too, because it's also spooky and unsettling. But it does mention rain in a really cool way at some points. Let's take a look at chapter 7. So Rebecca is about a young woman who meets a man while she is away on this vacation. And he is older and he's rich, and they fall in love, and he asks her to marry him. And so he takes her to his manor home, and she starts to learn about his now deceased past wife, his first wife, Rebecca, the titular character. And she's just very intrigued by this person. She's kind of intimidated by who Rebecca used to be. She feels like she doesn't measure up. It's a really good, suspenseful read, and there's a bit of a mystery in there as well. And it's unsettling, it's a little spooky, and the rain can sometimes add to that. So let's take a look at chapter 7. I remember leaving London in the morning in a heavy shower of rain, coming to Manderley about 5 o'clock in time for tea. And so they've just arrived at Manderley, and it goes on. "This is London rain," said Maxim. "You wait, the sun will be shining for you when we come to Manderley." And he was right, for the clouds left us. And then later, "I was glad to see the sun, for in superstitious fashion I looked upon rain as an omen of ill will, and the leaden skies of London had made me silent." Ooh, so already you're told rain is an omen of ill will. It feels foreboding, and that happens throughout the book. You feel it just feels ominous and heavy and suspenseful. And I think rain comes up a couple times in this book. There's a couple scenes where they're out on the coast or out on a beach, and I think it's rainy, stormy, and that adds to the atmosphere of the book. So I love that. I love that the rain is adding to the overall atmosphere of this wonderful book. I highly recommend it. This is a really great read. What book would you not mind using as an umbrella? This one was a funny one, and I went with the most logical, straightforward choice and chose the biggest book that I could find on my shelf. And it's actually kind of a funny choice. It's The Grimoire of Wicked, because it's really big. I think it has good surface. It would keep me dry. It's hardcover, so it's not going to absorb any of the rain. And it's funny because the Wicked Witch may have melted in water, but we're not going to be doing that. We are covered. But obviously I don't want to use any of my books as an umbrella for real, but it would be funny if you had to use this one. In all seriousness, I absolutely love this book. It's a behind-the-scenes look at the Broadway musical of Wicked, which I loved. I loved it more than the book Wicked. This is great. It has costume sketches, excerpts from the scripts, character descriptions. Here's a beautiful look at Elphaba. It is a really cool book. So in all actuality, I probably wouldn't use this as an umbrella. It's too precious. You've got handwritten sheet music in there. It's a really cool book, and I just absolutely love it. They show how Elphaba gets her makeup done. So I love a good behind the scenes book, especially when it's about something like Broadway. And Wicked always has a special place in my heart too, because it always references the Emerald City, and that's what Seattle is known as. So makes my Pacific Northwest heart happy. And another good one for the rain. Which character would you like to share an umbrella with? I gave this one a lot of thought, and I'm gonna say Luna Lovegood from the Harry Potter series, because she would be excellent to talk with under an umbrella, and she's super kind. So of course she's going to share her umbrella with you with no hesitation. But just think of the combos you could have while walking in the rain with that girl. That would be remarkable, you know. I love to listen to a good conspiracy theory or two. Not that I believe them, but I think they're just fascinating to hear about. And you know she's got some good ones. And I think she would have a really cool umbrella, not only because she's a wizard, but I just envision her having a gorgeous umbrella that's like hand painted on the inside by her. Because remember in the books, in her room, she had like a hand painted collage of all her friends on the ceiling. So I think she would do the same with her umbrella. So it would look beautiful, she would be so sweet and nice, and you would learn some interesting theories from our girl Luna. So that's who I'm sharing an umbrella with. Share a novel with a dry beginning but an amazing ending. I'm going to go with Atonement by Ian McEwan. I will never shut up about this book. It is one of my favorites. And it starts off kind of slow and contemplative, but then at the end, it's just crazy and you're going to be crying. So not only is it an amazing ending, it fits the theme of April showers because you're going to be raining down tears upon the pages. So that is one that is just great. Basically, the story goes, it starts off, this family is spending time in their English countryside manor for the summer. Everyone's kind of in their summer routines until one night something horrible happens and someone is blamed for the crime that isn't necessarily the guilty one. And it takes place during the start of World War II. So that person is shipped off to war. There's a love story. And the rest of the book kind of deals with the consequences of the actions of certain characters on that night. It is so good. The writing is beautiful. It's one of my favorites. And like I said, the end will absolutely gut you, will absolutely just punch you in the face, and you will be crying. So amazing ending, amazing book. That is the one I'm recommending for that last prompt. So those are my books for the April Showers book tag. What a fun prompt. I loved how all of those questions kind of made me think about different books in different ways. So hopefully you are having a great April month for reading as well. Let me know what books those prompts made you think of. I'd love to hear it. Make sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe to my channel. Follow along so we can continue talking about books, making cozy crafts, doing some bookish travel. It's all right here. So I'll see you next time. Bye.